Hello and welcome back to Emily Cat 176. Oh, I've been out in the wind this morning, so my hair's all over the place. But anyway, it's Wednesday. And I've been talking about music the last few Wednesdays. And I have a question for you today. Do you know what a nocturne is? Now, any of you who compose music would probably know what this term means. But nocturne, when you think about it, it's nocturnal, means night. So a nocturnal is a musical composition inspired by the night. Typically lyrical melodies, expressive harmonies, and a reflective mood. And why am I talking about nocturnes? Because I've been listening to Chopin. He was Polish, and he's very well known for his nocturnes. He wrote 21 of them. He was a composer and a virtuoso pianist. So these nocturnes, they are written for a solo piano. And I was listening to them and I thought, what does nocturne mean? So I looked it up and I thought, yes. Can I suggest you listen to some of his nocturnes and you can hear they're not joyful music. It's beautiful music that he's done, but I'd say there's sometimes a bit of melancholy there. There's reflective moods, and it made sense then that I thought, yes, these have been influenced by the night, because of course we all know the night has a different feel to daylight. You can go somewhere during the day and you go at night and it's got a completely different feel. And this comes out in the music. He's well known, of course, and as I said, his nocturnes are world famous and they're still performed today. For any of you that play the piano, do you play any of these nocturnes? Really interesting. So he was, as I said, Chopin was only 39 when he died. He died very young. He had a lot of ill health. An interesting life. He was in a relationship with George Sand, who of course was female, despite the name. And they were well known as a couple. And I think he spent most of his time in Paris, but I think he actually died in London, I think. So yeah, that's what I've been listening to the last few days. I like the piano. As I've said before, I tried to learn it, but I move around too much to have lessons anyway, unless there's Zoom, which I actually need to sit next to someone. But I would like to learn to play the piano. I think it's got a beautiful sound. Much nicer sound than the harpsichord, I think. So yeah, for being gone at 39, he did a lot of work. But I sort of, as I said, when you listen to that music, I can feel that come out in the music. The reflective, when you think he's a relatively young man, he's got a lot of illness. I've seen photos of him, he didn't look very happy, like a happy person. And I think this all comes out through the music. Let me know what you think of his music. Because anyone who likes classical music will know him and know his music. And as I said, the nocturnes are very, very famous. So that's it for Wednesday. I am enjoying listening to all this music. And the one I'm going to talk about next week will come as a big surprise. But I am getting more and more into classical music. Chopin, there's Liszt, Debussy, all these wonderful composers. So thank you again to all the new subscribers. And again, I'd ask if you are enjoying what I'm producing, please consider subscribing, because as I said, it costs you nothing, but it really helps the channel. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your week, and I will be back on Friday. Bye.